Cleopatra VII was born in 69 BC, a time when Egypt was a land of great wealth and culture. She was a princess of ancient Egypt, destined for greatness from the moment she was born. Her family, the Ptolemies, were Greek, having come to rule Egypt after the conquests of Alexander the Great. They ruled Egypt for almost 300 years, blending Greek and Egyptian cultures in a unique dynasty. Cleopatra grew up in Alexandria, the bustling capital of the Ptolemaic kingdom. It was a big, exciting city known for its vibrant marketplaces and diverse population. Alexandria had a famous library, one of the largest and most significant libraries of the ancient world. It was full of books from all over the world. Cleopatra loved to learn and spent countless hours there. She studied many languages, becoming fluent in several. She also learned about science, math, and politics, gaining knowledge that would later help her rule wisely. This education helped her become a wise ruler, well-versed in the complexities of governance. Cleopatra was very smart and ambitious, always striving to improve herself and her kingdom. She knew she wanted to be pharaoh, a goal she pursued with determination. Her father, Ptolemy IX, ruled Egypt, and he saw potential in Cleopatra. He named Cleopatra and her brother as his successors, ensuring the continuity of their dynasty. They were to rule together, a partnership that was fraught with challenges. Life in the palace was dangerous, filled with intrigue and potential threats. Cleopatra learned about power struggles early on, witnessing the constant battles for influence and control. She saw how people fought for control, understanding the delicate balance of power. This experience taught her how to survive in the world of politics, preparing her for the challenges she would face as a ruler. Cleopatra was just 18 years old when her father, Ptolemy IX, passed away. This marked a significant turning point in her life. She ascended to the throne alongside her younger brother, Ptolemy VIII, who was only 10 years old at the time. They were supposed to rule Egypt together as co-regents in a delicate balance of power. However, Cleopatra, with her ambitious nature and strong will, sought to consolidate power for herself. Ptolemy XIII, on the other hand, was heavily influenced by his powerful advisors who had their own agendas. These advisors saw Cleopatra as a threat and eventually forced her out of Alexandria, the heart of Egypt. Cleopatra had no choice but to flee the city. She began to gather an army determined to reclaim her rightful place. Her determination and strategic mind were unwavering. She was resolute in her mission to take back her throne. Meanwhile, in Rome, the powerful general Julius Caesar arrived in Egypt. Cleopatra saw this as a golden opportunity. She cleverly snuck back into Alexandria, risking everything to meet Caesar face to face. Cleopatra's intelligence, charm, and political acumen impressed Caesar greatly. They quickly became allies and eventually lovers, forming a powerful partnership. With Caesar's military support, Cleopatra was able to defeat her brother's forces in a decisive battle. She emerged victorious and became the sole ruler of Egypt, a position she had long desired. Her relationship with Caesar not only solidified her power, but also provided her with the protection and support she needed to maintain her reign. Cleopatra and Caesar had a son, Caesarion. Cleopatra hoped Caesarion would one day rule both Egypt and Rome. However, Caesar was assassinated in Rome. Cleopatra was devastated. Mark Antony was Caesar's friend and general. He became powerful in Rome. Cleopatra needed a new ally. She met Antony in Tarsus. They too fell in love. Cleopatra and Antony ruled together. They had 3 children. Their alliance was both romantic and political. Antony provided military support to Egypt. Cleopatra gave him money and supplies. They were a powerful couple. However, their relationship angered Antony's rivals in Rome. Section 4. A Legacy Forged. Cleopatra was a skilled diplomat. She used her intelligence and charm to protect Egypt. She made alliances and negotiated treaties. Cleopatra wanted to make Egypt strong and independent. Cleopatra was a powerful and effective ruler. She restored ancient Egyptian traditions. She also made reforms to improve the lives of her people. Cleopatra promoted trade and agriculture. Cleopatra's reign was a time of peace and prosperity for Egypt. She built temples and monuments. She also supported the arts and sciences. Cleopatra's rule was a golden age for Egypt. Section 5. The Last Pharaoh. Antony's enemies in Rome declared war on him and Cleopatra. The political tension was at its peak, and the stakes were incredibly high for both sides. A big battle took place at Actium in Greece. This naval confrontation would determine the fate of the ancient world. Antony and Cleopatra's forces lost. Their dreams of a united empire crumbled in the face of defeat. They fled back to Egypt, seeking refuge in the land that had always been their sanctuary. Antony, facing defeat, took his own life. Cleopatra was trapped, her options dwindling by the hour. She feared being taken prisoner by Octavian, Antony's rival. The thought of parading in chains through Rome was unbearable. Legend says she died from a snake bite. This dramatic end has been the subject of countless stories and artistic depictions. Cleopatra was just 39 years old. Her life, though short, was filled with extraordinary events. Cleopatra was the last pharaoh of ancient Egypt. Her reign marked the end of an era. With her death, Egypt became part of the Roman Empire. The ancient civilization was now under Roman control. Cleopatra's story is one of ambition, love, and tragedy. Her alliances and romances have been the subject of intrigue for centuries. She was a remarkable woman who ruled in a man's world. Her intelligence and charisma left an indelible mark on history. Cleopatra's life continues to fascinate people even today. Her legacy endures, captivating the imagination of generations.